This video will explain the basic parts of a sentence. This is a bird. When I saw it, it was fishing. The bird was fishing is an example of a simple sentence. A simple sentence expresses a complete thought. And we also know it's a sentence because it starts with a capital letter and ends with a period. But there's more to a sentence than that. Every sentence has a subject and a verb. Let's take a closer look at what a subject is. Here, the subject is the bird. It's what we're talking about in our sentence. A subject is always a noun. And of course, we want to know more about that subject. So the verb tells us what the subject is doing, what it did, tells us more about the subject. So just remember, every sentence has a subject and a verb. In addition to a subject and a verb, some sentences also have an object. An object is a noun that comes after the verb. It's important to remember that both subjects and objects are nouns, but the subject will come before the verb and the object after the verb. Let's look at one more interesting example. We could say a bird was eating if we want to describe this cute photo. That's a great sentence. We've got a subject, a bird, and a verb, was eating. But what if we want to make it a little bit more interesting? We want our writing and our speaking to be better. We want to say more with our words. So let's add something. What if we said a colorful bird was happily eating some delicious seeds? I like that sentence better. It's a lot more interesting. Here, a colorful bird is our whole subject. Bird is the noun, colorful is an adjective, and a is an article. But altogether, a colorful bird is our subject. Was happily eating. This is our verb. We also have an extra word in here, happily, to tell us how the bird was eating. And finally, some delicious seeds is our object. So here, we've added some words to make our sentence more interesting. Adjectives, like colorful and delicious, and an adverb, happily. But this is still a simple sentence. Okay, let's review what we learned. You just learned that a sentence is a complete thought. And it always has a subject and a verb. Sometimes it has an object. Other words, like adjectives and adverbs, can be added to our sentence to make them more interesting.